Thank you, Mike. Now, coming up next, and for the first time in 2011, we have the big welcome mat laid out for MasterChef Tony Astle from Antoine's restaurant. It's wine tasting time again with two great new wines on the table. Tony Astle.
Gerard, good to see you.
Good to see
A new
you.
year.
Where have you been, Tony?
Nearly Christmas again.
Yeah.
Time is flying.
Oh, look, it's
However,
just good to see you.
business is going good.
For the 5 million people that watch this show, Tony, just in case there's one that doesn't know where Antoine's are.
We are 333 Parnell Road, and that is in Parnell. It's at the top of the hill.
And am I allowed to say, Tony, that you are a master chef? I've been there, and the food is to die for. Am I allowed to say that, Tony?
You're allowed to say it, and, and I'll be flattered. Thank you very much indeed.
And it's true. It really is true. You really are fantastic. We've got two beautiful examples of our wonderful winemakers in New Zealand who are just getting better and better and better, aren't they? And these are two gold medal winning wines for at the Air New Zealand
One's a
Wine
super gold
Contest.
and the other's a gold, and that's the 2010 Air New Zealand Wine Awards. Both from Marlborough. We seem to love Marlborough, don't we?
Yeah.
So we've actually haven't gone for two Sauvignons, we've gone for one Sauvignon Blanc and one Chardonnay, I think, and they're both from similar area, but we're all at sunshiners down there. So great examples of both the wines.
Which one are we going to start with first?
Well, I think we'll start with the Sauvignon Blanc. And
Sauvignon Blanc.
That is actually a Framingham,
Yeah.
and it's a vintage 2010. And as we said, this is a pure gold. Framingham
Yep.
have been, I've had a lot to do with them over many years, and they actually have a lot of other wines. However, the Sauvignon has just got the gold, so we thought we'd go that way, but they have beautiful other wines. I mean, I just love their Pinot Noir. It's another one of my favourites. And their Rieslings are fantastic. But they've always been very faithful to Antoine's, and I've always been very faithful for them.
Oh.
So, but I just love their wines, and the people around, people that actually have it are fantastic people.
Now, there's always a story behind every vineyard. What's the story behind Framingham?
Started in the 80s. Rex Brook Taylor started it, and in 1994 was the first time it was established. And then in 1998 was the first wine. The vintage from 98 was the first wine sent out to the country.
We always ask, who's the winemaker, Tony?
Andrew Headley and Andrew Brown and the team. So they all get in together and make this wine, and they make all the wines, and they do a fantastic job.
Not much use talking about it. Let's get the top off and have our first wine for 2011. Looks beautiful.
It looks fantastic.
Oh, did you hear that sound, Tony?
It's not quite a cork, is it? However, it screws well, huh?
It's looking lovely. Look at that.
You like that sound, huh?
Yeah.
I think you do like this sound.
So let's see what we can pick up immediately. It's wafting underneath our noses.
This is actually classic Sauvignon Blanc, isn't it?
Yes.
Now I'm going to throw one at you. What can you actually taste coming? What can you smell coming through there? Just what springs
Well, of course,
to mind?
it's the grassy clippings. That's always there with the Sauvignon Blanc, isn't it?
What sort of fruit do you think you can sniff there?
Passion fruit?
You've got it.
Oh,
But can
yeah.
you not smell that? Isn't that
Yes, it is.
unbelievable?
Yes, it is, isn't
You know,
it?
it's got passion fruit, sort of grapefruit, red currants. You know, this wine was made from 12 base wines sourced from 6 different vineyards in the Wairau Valley. Different sites in the Wairau Valley. And
Marvellous art.
well,
isn't
they
it?
become very clever, these boys. They're either good or they're bad, and these ones are obviously very
They're
good.
great.
But let's
So
have a, shall we
let's
have a little taste?
Isn't it beautiful?
Fresh, juicy.
Yeah.
There's a bit of acidity there,
Yeah.
but it's not sour. It's just that well-integrated fruit.
What sort of response will you get by pouring this into the...
Well, you know, you don't need food with this. This is actually a very good afternoon wine. It's a very good, dare I say it, and I'll probably get strung up, but it's a very good girls' wine. Girls love this sort of thing.
Yeah.
But it's just, sometimes they're just so overpowering, but this has great integration.
No wonder it won the gold.
So fresh in the mouth, and it's running around, you know?
Well, let's congratulate the two Andrews at Framingham.
They've done a good
You
job.
guys have done a wonderful job.
And the team.
Yeah, and the team. It's not just the winemakers,
You keep
of course.
forgetting, you know, these sort of things. There are a lot of other little busybodies that are around there doing things. It's not just one or two people. There's a lot of people, you know, and
All the support staff, they're passionate about their wine.
but these people are, and they've been around a long time. And you know what? they'll be around a long, long time to come.
Okay,
Yes.
Tony, let's have wine number 2. It's going to be from the Marlborough region, and it's Blenheim once again.
Wairau Valley.
Yeah.
I think have we got a favourite today? I think we just may have.
Oh, that's a nice sound too,
But this
Tony.
is a Chardonnay, and I tell you, the reason I have picked this is because I have had this wine for many, many, many years.
And what a great name.
On my wine list, 17 Valley.
17 Valley. Well, first of all, which company is this, Tony? Which company it's?
We've got Mount Riley.
Mount Riley. What do we know about
So
Mount Riley?
Mount Riley, well, it's owned by John Buchanan.
John Buchanan.
And his daughter Amy helps run the company. And then her husband, Matt, is the winemaker.
So it's a classic family-owned vineyard.
And there's also another wine person involved in it, and that's Dean Boyce. This is definitely a family business. It's been around for a long, long, long time.
Now it's Mount Riley, but it's called 17 Valley. So what's the significance
17
there?
Valley
Yeah.
is it's their premium site, and it's in the warmest part of the Wairau Valley, and it's called 17 Valley.
It's got a gold.
Yeah, and this is
gold at
also
the end,
New
New
Zealand,
Zealand.
gold.
Yeah.
And it
Wonderful.
deserves it too. And they were hand-picked, whole bunch pressed, and fermented in new and seasoned French oak. This is a wine made with love.
Tony, what is that flavour I'm getting now? It's just beautiful.
Now, I like to sort of think of this like creme brulee. So we've got a caramelisation going here, and you've got nuts, roasted nuts. I mean, it's all, but it's also...
It's roasted
also
nuts,
citrus,
yes.
So you've
yes.
got that citrus coming through with it.
Well, Tony, enough talk. Let's have a taste, shall we? Oh, that is superb, isn't it?
No,
Isn't
this
that
is what I
beautiful?
was saying about this. This is subtle,
Oh,
and yet it's explosive. It's got... Can you taste that sort of... I can sort of taste almost sort of hazelnutty, Brazili nutty
Yes.
sort of stuff in there. But the brulee, it's a little bit of caramelisation. I can just imagine this with things like... I'm doing this sous vide chicken I was telling you about with some apples, like a Calvados type of sauce with it. This will go beautifully with also, well, not only white meats, but red meat, but I'm thinking veal, like a blanquette de veau, you know, like that. It's got that gutsiness to cut through everything, but you don't have to have it with a dark red meat, but think meat as well as, don't think fish and chicken here, you've got to think red meat, but subtle red meat.
well, let's raise our glasses, Tony, to John Buchanan, first of all, chartered accountant.
Isn't that amazing?
Yes.
Actually, I like him even more and more and more. He's better than an accountant.
He
Look, he's got some
decided,
talent.
I'm not going to be an accountant anymore, I'm going to have my own vineyard. And then, of
I
course,
think
he had a
probably-
lovely daughter called Amy, and she married Matt.
And go Matt. I mean,
Yeah.
Matt's they're very lucky to have Matt as well, and I think
Yeah.
he's very lucky to have
was-
them. But, you know, it makes you think of accountants in a different way. But, however, when you think about it, probably him being an accountant was very, very good. This business is very, very intricate now, and it's very hard for people to run.
Yeah. Let's look at, for the first time this year, a lucky couple that watched The Beat Goes On, being able to go along to Antoine's restaurant in Parnell, the top restaurant in New Zealand, and you being the master chef, preparing a beautiful meal for them with a lovely bottle of wine. What's the chances of us running a contest like that,
I
Tony?
think we could probably run to one. Huh? I've got a perfect question
A
for you.
perfect question.
What year did Antoine's open?
Okay, shall we give them a clue?
We've already mentioned that on the
Yeah,
beginning of the
we
program,
have.
haven't we? But, you know, sort of 73 wasn't too bad a time,
Yeah,
was it?
that was a good year for wine, 1973.
That was a bad year for wine, but never mind. Very good year for
Good year for
restaurants.
new restaurants. Yeah. Tony, it's good to see you again.
Always a
And we'll
pleasure.
see you soon, and we'll get 2 more beautiful wines on the table.
In the meantime, they should have drinking.
Okay, thanks, Tony.